Vincent Van Gogh, people told him, you can't be a great painter, you only have one ear. You know what he said? I can't hear you.
Listening to Sippin' Sports, a Phillies sports talk morning show with Chris, KJ, and Dalt. Proudly powered by 302 Birds. Let's take it to the show.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sippin' Sports. For the first time in a long time, you guys are in for a treat because you got all three hosts here live this Saturday morning.
Yep.
KJ McCoy, Chaos Chris. How are you guys feeling on this Saturday morning after taking down, I'll let KJ go first, his boy Chatterall's LA?
Yeah, LA. What happened to LA, Chatterall? What happened, man? Yeah, they went down. Obviously, they went down a very crazy last call. That was awesome that we got that. And I think it was the right call for sure. And it was an entertaining game for sure. And Luzardo looked great. So it was a little weird still trying to get used to realizing that I was watching the Phillies because of the uniforms and everything like that. It's still hard for me to watch with those City Connect uniforms. So, but yeah, they got the dub and Chris was there in person. So he probably got way more to say than I have. So, he saw it first at hand.
Yeah, it was absolutely great to see Ohtani just absolutely suck. The Phillies are the first team that beat the Dodgers since they won the World Series. So I think that just means the Phillies just deserve the World Series trophy. So we're going to have that along with this now. So world champions already. Ohtani sucks. And it was really fun to just heckle every single Dodgers fan after the game last night. Great atmosphere. CBP was rocking again, as it always is. But it's just awesome to hear whenever a rival team comes into town or a really good team, just the amount of energy that crowd has. As soon as Ohtani got up, he just got absolutely booed out of the stadium. It was amazing.
Yeah, and it was cool. That's cool to see that too, because me and Dalton, we actually went there last year. So in the summer when we were in LA, we actually got to see Ohtani, and we also got to see the Dodgers play the Phils. It was a game that Freeman came back, so that was cool for the Dodgers. But yeah, it was probably pretty cool for Chris to just be because we were the enemies when we were there. So there's a lot of targets against us when we were in LA. So to kind of flip the switch, that should have been freaking awesome. So was there a lot of Dodgers fans there or not really?
There were some. It felt like there were definitely more leaving the stadium than what was in the stadium.
Right.
But let's just say I made up for you guys from last year.
Appreciate it. Appreciate
it. I got your back, boys. I don't know how I didn't get into a fight last night.
I was unfortunately, we were bad luck, but thank you to Jeff. Shout out to Jeff for hooking us up with those tickets for me and KJ because that stadium was awesome, but we were not lucky at all. So thanks for having our back, Chris, for the pod. We're one for one now on Dodgers games attended since the show started. So that just means we have to go to another one to break the tie then. So we'll find out.
I'll be there today.
Oh, well, there you go. We'll see. So stay tuned. But getting into the first topic of the show, we'll take it to KJ to talk about the most depressing part of the show, get it out of the way early. But I'll let it go to our basketball fan. Tyrese Maxey is out for the season with a finger injury. Do you think it's legit? Think it's smart?
I kind of at first was geez, okay, he's just kind of you know what? The season's done. Okay, we're not going to make the postseason. So, what is there any – there's, no point of, actually playing anymore. So, that's what I thought it was like. But then I heard from other people, like, and I saw a little bit of it more, and like his finger is like a little screwed up right now. So I guess it's like it's to a point like you only got like 6 more games, so it's not really worth it. Like him trying to like mess it up even more. So then it like actually like is like a permanent thing. So I mean, like I think it's okay, but yeah, I mean it's just been an awful season, and it's like that's why me and Dennis like just don't want to really like we'll do one more show and that'll be the last game of the season. But I mean it's tough to talk about this team. It's tough to do post games about this team when you don't know like the roster. Like you don't like your starting lineup is like gone. Like not even Kelly Oubre is in. Like everyone, like I mean, like the whole starting lineup is just gone. So it just feels like this team's deflated, and they got to flip some kind of switch. And I think the first objective with that is you got to build with the draft. And I mean, if you can get a guy in the draft, like you can get somebody like Cooper Flagg or get somebody like Ace Bailey or Ron Harper's kid as well. So that would be awesome to get a guy, one of those guys for sure, because this team needs somebody like that. I think when Jared McCain went down, I think that's where the whole the pin fell for the Sixers. Like that was like the first bowling pin to go down for the Sixers, I think. So that's the I guess the whole outcome of this. That's what I think really happened. So unfortunately, yeah, with Tyrese, it sucks. I mean, this season has just been awful. It's been one of the worst experiences as a Sixers fan and a basketball fan in general. It's been horrible.
Yeah, it's worse than the process was. This season is worse than any single season we had during the process. Just for the simple fact that like there were some expectations coming into this year. Like you went out and spent a lot of money. Like I mean, they extended Maxey, they extended Joel Embiid, and they signed Paul George to a max contract. Like they spent a ton of money, probably more than any other team in the NBA this offseason. And it's been an absolute shit show. Just an absolute shit show. And it's going to be a very interesting offseason. I would fire almost damn near everybody. And just at this point, you go into the process and it's a rebuild because I think they're cooked.
Yeah.
I don't know
really
who
is
to blame
depressing.
too. Sorry, go ahead, Mac.
No, just saying it really is depressing. It sucks. He's exactly right, because the process, like we knew what we were getting into, and like we knew that like okay, like there's some future with it. But like with this team, we thought we would maybe just be in the playoffs, and if anything, like be like a first round exit, like we always usually are. But not even that. That's a problem with this team. I mean, that's a problem with the luck that we've had this season and paying a guy like Paul George. I mean, I'll be the first to say I was wrong about the whole Paul George contract. I thought it would kind of work out to a point that because he was very confident. I mean, Embiid was very confident with him as well. So I thought that it was going to work out, and it's just not going to work out. I don't see how it's going to work out because now he's going to be even a year older now next season. So I mean, it just doesn't. I don't see it working out at all.
The Sixers just get everyone's like sloppy seconds around the NBA, it feels like. And I made a comparison to the Sixers this week on the show. You weren't there, KJ, but I want to get your opinion on it. Mm-hmm. You got the Sixers who aren't even like the redheaded stepchild anymore of Philadelphia. They're like a 45, 50-year-old man that's still living in their mother's basement. Like they just don't have any direction. They don't have anywhere to go. And they're just stuck. Like it feels like it's the same promises that are undelivered every year. And I don't even think calling the Sixers the redheaded stepchild is fair at this point. Like they're much, much worse than that. They are really the disappointment of Philly sports. Like there were people arguing. I made a meme that I told KJ about on our Instagram where people were arguing about the Flyers and Sixers and who is worse. And Flyers fans are like legitimately providing arguments like, well, you know what? This season's a wash, but next season the Flyers are going to draft so-and-so, and they're writing novels, like books, like Edgar Allan Poe. And I'm like, okay, you can write all that. You can say all you want, but it doesn't change the fact that both these teams suck right now. Both these teams are a disappointment right now. You got the Phillies who are playing insane baseball right now, making Philadelphia proud. You got the Eagles who just won a Super Bowl, a Lombardi trophy, and made us so proud. You have really both those franchises in the Phillies and the Eagles playing at the highest level of sports. And Philadelphia really doesn't have anything else besides that. Not even college basketball anymore because nobody's really made the tournament. So there's a lot of pressure on the Phillies that I think a lot of people don't talk about. But the Sixers should be, I think, one of the redeeming factors when you look at their payroll, when you look at their talent, and when you look at their coaching. They're just the franchise that can't put it together. Unfortunately, they're like the Browns of the NBA. They're just going to always suck. They're always going to be the laughingstock. And the older I get, the more I'm like, why? I'll always root for the Sixers, right? Like, and I know you guys, it's part of being a fan. Like, the suffering is sometimes fun as a Philly. Not fun, but when you go through it with other Philly fans, it's a part of the experience, I'll say.
Right.
I don't know that we're ever going to be able to experience a Sixers playoff run in our lifetime. Seriously.
A lot of changes have to be made until we see that. That's the main thing.
It's going to be at least a decade, right? At least 10 years, would you say?
It could be. I mean, but it's.
I know I'm breaking your heart, Mac. I can see he's a huge Sixers fan for you guys who don't know, and he's a huge basketball fan. But it's just tough because the way that they set back this team, it's frustrating too. I mean, it really is. And I don't even know where they're going to get the money to pay for this stadium. Like, nobody's going to want to go watch the product that it is now. So KJ's right. A lot of work to do. If there was one guy that you could keep, would you say it would be Maxey, though, at this point?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
What about if there was one guy you could trade right now? Like, for highest value, would you trade Embiid or would you?
Embiid.
Yeah.
It's got to be him because it's got to be him. You got to get him out the building. It's just not going to, like, don't get me wrong. He's one of the best players in the league when he's healthy. I mean, he's insane. He's an MVP talent. But the problem is, though, he's not healthy. I mean, I saw a stat yesterday that from 2014, Carmelo Anthony has played more games right now. Carmelo Anthony is retired right now. He's been retired for 2 years. He's played more games than Joel Embiid has played from 2014. Think about that. That's pretty pathetic. It really is. So, and I mean, Carmelo Anthony's actually just got a pass from the Hall of Fame. Like, he just got in, and like, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame for Basketball Hall of Fame. So, I mean, that just shows like how sad it is for Embiid. I mean, he's just fragile as an iPhone without a case. That's what I really call him, dude. I mean, that's what it is. He really is. It's unfortunate.
That was an original one. Chris and I like that. That was good, Mac.
That was pretty tough. Yeah. See, I think that one annoying thing with the Sixers, too, is it's not like this is just like a recent thing. It's not like it's just a last 10 years thing. This goes back to fucking Allen Iverson. They didn't put anything around Allen Iverson. They didn't win a championship with one of the most influential players probably ever in the game of basketball. Yep. And they I mean, what was his best player around him? Fucking Aaron McKee? Like
probably Mutombo or I guess
like Mutombo towards the back end of his career.
Yeah.
Like, it just, they didn't help him either. It's just a disaster with this organization, and it's not going to get better anytime soon.
Yeah.
And then I see that they're at the game, at the Phil's game. You see Embiid and Maxey with Ryan Howard. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, if there was a photo yesterday, check it out, Mac.
No, I saw it.
I'm like sitting there and I'm like, okay, I know that Ryan Howard has got to be cordial. I know that, the staff is like, wow, okay, this is insane. They're going to be mature. I am worried about the fans that, like, KJ and I have sat sometimes in a spot too where you look back, you can see people in a box. And I always wonder, like, what if a villain was there? And I don't want to say Embiid's a villain, but obviously he's getting a lot of slack that he shouldn't get. And I was more worried, like if a Phillies fan sees him, I'm worried that somebody's going to say something stupid, piss him off, get him upset. And it's like, this is over right now this year. Like there is nothing that can be said either way. The Sixers are eliminated from the playoffs. Like, this problem does not need to be solved by any Philadelphia Sixers fan. It needs to be solved by the organization. And that's the problem. The organization doesn't have any leadership. The organization doesn't have any direction. And that's why, I don't know. I just think we need to call for Josh Harris to sell the team. But story for another day. enough of the depressing part of the show. Let's talk about the fun part of the show, where the fighting Phils are making us proud. Luzardo last night lights it up on the mound against KJ's boys in LA. I mean, Mac, I'll let you take it first, and then we'll take it to Chris. I know you got to talk some smack to Chatterall now. I'm saying.
I mean, I don't even talk to the guy Chatterall anymore. I mean, I really don't. Like, I mean, like his content's repetitive and talking about his neighbor that doesn't exist and everything. So it's just like, yeah, it is what it is. But I mean, LA fans, they think they, after winning the World Series, and I know they're probably like, oh, well, Eagles fans think they're the crap right now too. And I'm like, well, I mean, it's kind of different, but I mean, with the Dodgers, so I mean, you guys just paid and paid. I mean, like the payroll you guys have is insane. So I mean, like to see you guys lose like that yesterday, it was just funny. It was really funny, and I mean, like I'll take it any day. So hopefully they get this series and they get the series win. And I mean, if they sweep the Dodgers, oh my God, that will be pure comedy. That would be awesome to see them do that. So, but yeah, great win by the Phils, and let's keep it going, guys.
Yeah, the pitching last night looked really good up until Jordan Romano. I never want to see his ass out there ever again. He is atrocious. Little Dicky lookalike, can't fucking pitch for shit. I mean, every single time he's out there, he sucks. I was having a heart attack out there. Dude, as soon as he comes in, just walk after walk after walk. He can't throw strikes. And then he gives up an absolute tank to, I don't know what the fuck his name is, Tommy Edman or some shit.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of the bullshit. And you just see Thompson just sitting back there and just letting them do it. Like, the only reason they won that game is because Realmuto threw the guy out at second. If they called him safe, they would have lost. It's just terrible with Romano. And I'm done with it. I'm already done with it. He's pitched, 3 or 4 games, and he sucks. But on to the positives, Luzardo looked just incredible. Like, I doubted the Luzardo trade. I'm not a huge fan of Luzardo, but he looked absolutely incredible last night. Tore apart one of the best lineups in baseball. And the bats got it done when they needed it. They weren't great last night, but they were good enough against a very good pitcher in Yamamoto. And they kind of just need to keep it going. I mean, they only had 5 hits as a team last night. No home runs, which is unlike them, but it's the bottom of the lineup that came through with Marsh and Stott both getting runs, and then Turner just absolutely putting on a show with the legs again.
Yeah, it was a great win at home. Sorry, go
ahead.
That was
a crazy steal he had. That was a crazy steal he had too at the beginning of the game. I mean, that was awesome. That was a great play, and I mean, horrible. I mean, they tried to go at third. And then it was a horrible throw by the catcher from LA. And it was just, it was awesome to see him just go right home and kind of start the game out with a 1-0 deficit. So that was awesome.
It was really just the exciting win for the Phils at home to be able to see that crowd and what they did. And Chris, shout out to you. Little Dicky lookalike. That one we might have to write down. That one I was cracking up at. But Luzardo, he looked like a professional last night. Jesus, Jesús. 7 innings pitched against the LA Dodgers. 7 scoreless innings pitched. And he also struck out 8 batters, allowing 2 hits and 2 walks. So the dude played great baseball. He's everything you want. He's an up-and-coming prospect. And I said this on the Phillies post-game show too. The MLB better be on watch and better be on notice, because this Phillies pitching is looking exceptional this year. The bullpen might need a little bit of work here and there, but as far as the starters go, and Nola excluded, I mean, we'll see how today goes. But for now, when Ranger gets back in this rotation, if he plays at a high level like we know he's capable of, I'm pretty sure he started out last year 9-0. So if he gets rolling off to a good start, this team is going to be lights out. And I just want them to have good momentum as soon as we get into the end of the year. Remember, it's not a war, or it's not a battle, it's a war. I'm trying to think of the same thing with a race. It's not a race, it's a marathon is what they say. Sorry. Yep. That's what I was looking for. It's a long season. You got to win the majority of the game. So if they can go out and get the win either today or tomorrow and they get the series W against the Dodgers, like Shardy said on the Phillies postgame show. If you guys haven't, tune into the Phillies postgame. They did a great job last night. Shout out to Fratty and Shardy. They were crushing it. I was cracking up listening to that. It was almost like Whitey and Harry Callis at certain times. So go listen. Their conversations were awesome. But back to the point. If they can get a series W, they're going to look really solid. And I think it's going to tell Phillies fans they're going to pass that test mentally, the eye test, where it's like, okay, that sweep against the Rockies wasn't just because the Rockies suck. There was some legitimacy with our team. Might be a mixture of the two, but moreover, there was some legitimacy with us. So exciting times for sure. But let's go ahead and let Chris take this next, because Chris was there last night with a video that made me laugh. I'll go ahead and play the video first, Chris, and then I'll let you explain it.
All right, we're up to over $100 here sitting on the table. We had $12 between the hot dog and the pretzel, or the popcorn and the pretzel. This s'mores shit, absolutely disgusting, by the way. It's like, pick it up and like try to tear it. It's like stiff. Like, what is that? That's awful. Beer bat's probably $50 between those. I mean, like, this shit is expensive. Drink review, it's pretty good. It's not great. For $24, not worth it at all. But the cup's cool. Popcorn review, actually warm popcorn. Pretty good. I feel like this is the one thing out of everything here that's probably worth the money. Maybe the pretzel. I'm not sure how much the pretzel was, but Federal pretzels are really good.
If that was not the most chaos Chris review ever, my favorite was when the drink comes up and you go, drink, pretty good. Actually, not so much. It's expensive. Not worth it at all.
Great cup, though.
The cup was pretty cool, but it was $24 for that drink. And, I mean, it was a decently sized drink. But it's just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to shout out Woodstown Tavern, $5 for a drink. I can get fucking 6 of them bitches for that and, be absolutely trashed. It's ridiculous how much the stuff is. And I know it's like, it's a ballpark. It's going to be expensive, but $24 for a drink. If you want 3 drinks, you're up over $70. Like, if you actually want to feel something at a Phillies game, you have to get 3 of them bitches. It's just insane. And then the food, they like add these new food options. My sister was all excited to try this, the s'mores quesadilla or whatever they had. It's 12. I think it was like 13, 14, maybe 12, something. It was insanely expensive, and it wasn't good. It looked terrible. It looked nothing like the pictures. And like, it was trash. Everything there, like Aramark is the worst. Kyle and I know from where we went to school, it was Aramark, their food there, and it was terrible. We never really got food there because it just wasn't good. But they just charge insane amounts of money for it. Like, it's one thing if it's cheaper and you're like, all right, yeah, fine, I'll pay $6 for this thing or whatever, it'd be fine. But it's getting to a point where, and last night was the first time all year I bought anything at the stadium, because I just go there to watch the game, really. But since my sister and her boyfriend were there, like, why not? I'll have a drink or two. And it was a joke. And then the Surfsides now are $16 as well. It's like, come on.
Is it a regular size Surfside, or is it a tall boy at least?
It's a regular size.
The regular size side
It's
was
regular size.
I think the tall boy is like 20 something.
It's insane. It's crazy. Yeah. That's why I drink beforehand. That's why I drink beforehand, because I went to the game, the last game against the Rockies. So I was there on, on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. And it was just, it was crazy. I saw the mount, and the guy was just like, you see the guys like coming down the aisle with the yellow shirts on, and they're like Surfside, and they're doing that, and then then he's like $15, 50, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, what are you paying for 3 of them then? No, you're not. You're paying for 1. It's insane. And if you look at other stadiums, like, shout out to the Baltimore Orioles. I mean, like, looking out for their fans, they have like a $3 menu, which is awesome for them. I mean, they need to realize, like, they need to take a book out of the Orioles page and realize, okay, you know what, though? A lot of these fans come out to they pay money to go to these games, and you got these horrible, like, also the Aramark thing. That is awful. I mean, like that tortilla or whatever that was that Chris was eating. I mean, that looked awful. It looked dry as heck. Was it dry, Chris?
I don't know. I didn't eat it, but it looked dry.
It looked dry as heck. It looked as dry as what is it, the Savannah Desert or Sahara Desert or whatever it's called. I mean, that looked really dry. So I don't know. It's crazy with these foods from these kind of places at stadiums. And I mean, like how they keep on going up and up and up. And then I feel like the food in general, that the quality is just worse and worse and worse.
It's going
so it makes no sense.
Yeah. And another thing is, like, I completely forgot what I was going to say. That's great. Just ignore me because, oh, no, there's a cotton candy there. I don't know if it was some kind of souvenir thing, but it was $24 for cotton candy. I'm like, what? For fucking, it's awful. And the annoying thing is, like, they know they're not going to lower prices because they can get it. You still look, everybody, like, most people have a drink in their hand. They all paid for this. Like, they're still doing it. And yeah, you can go drink outside of the game and do that. But, like, there's still something about sitting down, watching a baseball game and having a drink in your hand. It's different. It sucks. But I did figure out that you can bring food into the park now.
Yeah, you can bring food.
You can bring like a Wawa hoagie or something in, which I'm probably going to do from now on because it's insane, the food prices. Mm-hmm. The drinks are one thing. Like, I'm probably still going to buy drinks here and there just because you can't really bring that in, and, like, it's just different.
Yeah, and I mean, what I saw improvement-wise, though, I kind of noticed that they have the apron around the stadium now with the what is it, like I guess like for the, like, commercializing. Yeah, so it's like a scoreboard thing as well. And also they had a really cool thing where I saw, like, when I was watching one of the scoreboards, you can see what kind of pitch, like, the pitcher's throwing, like if he's throwing a sinker, if he's throwing a curveball or something like that. I mean, so, and, like, they're able to tell you how fast it was. So that's a cool thing. Like, it's bigger this time. Like, you had to look. I think there was
look for a certain spot.
You had to look for a certain spot before. Now it's kind of more like obvious, which is good. So, and then also, I don't know if you noticed this too, Chris. I'm trying to think which entrance this is, but where the pennants are on the wall, they actually made them horizontal now, and now they have more space for future pennants, because I was like, at first, like last year, I was like, oh, we don't really have too much space. But then they kind of, they got rid of the other pennants, and now they have like these smaller horizontal pennants that are pretty cool, I guess. But I mean, the latest pennant we have is the, I think it's the white color, I'm pretty sure, which means that we lost. So that's the unfortunate thing.
It means division champion, I think.
Yeah. Yep. So that's what sucks. But yeah, besides, oh, you're muted, Dalton.
He's mute.
Sorry, I was saying everybody was proud of it, coming at me in the comments because of my video, which was partially an April Fool's Day prank, but partially it wasn't, because I'm not a person that, to me, it's almost like hanging up a participation trophy. And I get it. It would be like if the Eagles went to the NFC Championship, but it's like they didn't, though. That was like they just had the best regular season record. Cool. Where did that get us? Nowhere. So I actually took mine, and this dude that commented on it that was giving me shit, me and him were getting into an argument in the comments. He's like, well, if you don't want it, I'll take it. And I'm like, all right, I'll throw it in an envelope, but I'm not paying for shipping. Like, I'm putting 3 stamps on it and saying a prayer. So if it gets there, it gets there. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But shout out to the dude. I sent it to him. I mailed it to him. If it gets there, he said that he'll send me a picture of it. But that's what Philly sports is all about, my friends. It's about one fan knowing that another fan will appreciate something more than them and sending it. I know both you guys do that. I know that was actually one of the first times I've done that. But the dude was really appreciative of it. But as far as ballpark improvements goes, that I got to go to the Hall of Fame Club this week, which was awesome. And I really wanted to try the Kyle Cutlet. That was the one thing I wanted to try at the ballpark as far as improvement goes. I know both these guys know I love my Chickies and Pete's. I love my chicken. I love my chicken cutlet sandwiches too. And that one just looks so good. It's literally what I get at Chickies and Pete's when I go, which is pretty much, it's called like a Tuscan chicken cutlet sandwich. Long story short, it's like chicken cutlet, seeded roll, Italian peppers, provolone, and some good cheese, and you're good to go. That's what the Kyle's cutlet essentially is, with a fewer other things, plus or minus. Really wanted to give that a try. After I saw Chris's video, now I know I don't even need to go near the s'mores quesadilla. So thank you for that, Chris. I appreciate you on that. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they added, not just around the Phillies ballpark, but around the MLB as a whole. That was the one thing I saw on Twitter. Like, if you look at every ballpark, everybody kind of got a little something new in some sort of way. I think that the Chicago White Sox have some sort of anniversary milkshake that looks really good. Some things look really good. Like the Orioles have a pub burger, I think is what it's called, or some gigantic burger that looks delicious with fried onions and a bunch of other works on it. I want to try that if we go to the Orioles Stadium. And then some other things don't look so good. So we'll see how it goes. But I think what the MLB is trying to do, and I'll leave it at this, I think that they're trying to make more of a push for more younger people to be around the game. And they know that if they have good food at the stadium, it will attract certain people. Like my sister, shout out to Maddie, love her to death. But if you tell Maddie, hey, do you want to go watch the Phillies? Nah. Hey, do you want to go to Citizens Bank Park and get Chickies and Pete's crab fries, a hot dog, some cotton candy, ice cream, whatever? Yeah, let's go. Yeah, 400 a kidney, right?
You want to empty your wallet out?
Yeah, here you go. Take everything. But point being, my sister is someone who's kind of on the edge as a Philly sports fan. And I think it's smart of the MLB and of baseball as a whole to start saying, okay, how do we get younger people interested in the game? Food's a great way to do it. And the baseball fans like you guys, more than me, I know you guys ain't complaining about the food. I mean, is there anything that's at the top of your guys' wish list to try that you haven't mentioned yet?
I mean, honestly, like whenever I go there, right, there's just not much. I mean, yes, I have a lot of food allergies, but there's not much that really piques my eye. I mean, the food that I've got so far this year, I got a hot dog. I got 2 hot dogs from, if you guys don't know, by the kids area. If you go over there, it's the regular size hot dogs and they're $3. So they're a lot cheaper and they're like a normal sized hot dog. And then the popcorn. That's all I've really had this year. It's tough because like I can't even go to Shake Shack and get a customized burger without cheese on it. So there's not a ton there that I can eat. And I mean, the cheesesteaks smell really good, but I can't have those either. So
yeah, I'm still trying to try. I haven't got to trying the Uncle Charlie's cheesesteak yet, but I definitely got to the next game I go to because I know that like there's always a long line for it. So it's like a
there's a new one now too. There's one upstairs too now.
Oh, there's upstairs. All right, I'll try that one then. So
we got to get a little 302 food review going, Mac. Make sure I'll edit it for you.
All right, that sounds good.
Throw it on the ground.
We
have to go extreme with it.
What's up?
We have to go extreme with it. If you don't like it, we'll like throw it on the ground or like throw it in the trash. This is fucking garbage.
That's after Charlie Manuel, right? I was gonna say.
Yeah. Curse out the.
I've heard really good things about it, though. Please. I will say, and that's like from honest food review people. I have heard very good things. So I actually want to try that one too, Max. So let me know when you try it, and I'm sure I'll see the video too. That sounds delicious. But like Chris said, Surfsides are overpriced. Everything's getting to be overpriced. And my biggest thing is they should allow you to bring in drinks. Alcohol, I get it, why they wouldn't allow people to bring that in, because in Philadelphia, I think I saw somebody actually sneak a handle in to the NFC Championship at the link this year. I'm pretty sure a dude snuck in a handle of Hennessy, if I'm not mistaken. So if that could happen every fucking game in Philadelphia, it would be anarchy. You would have guys walking in with 2 cases of beer on their shoulders. It would just be, honestly, classless. So I get why they want to allow alcohol. But sodas, sealed soda, sealed juice boxes, sealed certain things like where you can tell it's sealed. I get that people, can do the hair straightener, you know what I mean? Like reseal it after they pour Jack and Coke in there, whatever. My main thing is if they allow people to bring in food and drink. So if you want to bring in a hoagie and a Gatorade, because it's a hot day, it's June, and you know what I mean? You got to eat and you need your electrolytes, and you don't want to spend $30 because you already spent, like KJ said, your hard-earned money on a ticket, $70, $80 for a seat, and it's hot out, and you literally need that. they should allow you to do that. I'm sure that they allow you to bring in water because that would be really weird if they didn't. Like, I'm sure they allow you to bring in a water bottle, but I would appreciate if they would let you bring in other things because the concession prices, like the Surfside, are just getting out of hand. And it's really just going to make, like, what I'm trying to say is it's going to cause a double negative where you're going to have people walking into the stadium now who are going to be hammered because they're going to want to save their, and like, that's not a good thing either. Like, you shouldn't have, we're all at the ages now of like where we don't really need to drink. We just want to go there to watch the game. We want to watch a good baseball game. It is what it is. Have fun. You're going to have the people who are younger, 21 years old, we'll say, and they're going to be like, oh, I'm not buying booze in there. I'm broke. And they're going to send it. And it's just going to make the ballpark look bad. You're going to have the result of people drinking outside the ballpark, which is going to be people throwing up, people fighting, people, saying things that they shouldn't say. So $16 for a regular side Surfside, you can get a 4-pack in Delaware for $16 of any flavor you want at the liquor store right outside my house. I would get it if it was like $12 or $11, but $16. And Chris said as well, I know we were talking about it the other day, $25 for a mixed drink. It's just, it's going to cause a double negative, I think, for Citizens Bank that they're not going to want to happen. And I think Citizens Bank was also just voted one of the best ballparks in the MLB. So it's like, understand that keeping those low prices, like KJ said too, $3 menu. It doesn't even have to be just drink, food. Like, allow people to eat. When you send people in the stadium and they're going to be all liquored up and then they don't have any money to buy food either, it's not going to be good. You want people to be able to afford a pretzel or crab fries to throw in their stomach or whatever they need to do. And I just feel like people are going to not go on strike of the food there, but they're not going to have as many sales because nobody's going to spend their money on it after spending already enough money on the ticket. If we can bring in Gatorade, that's a game changer.
I have heard you can bring stuff in. I just haven't. I guess I should probably try to do it at some point. Like, if I spend $2 on a Gatorade and just be prepared that I might lose it. But I haven't really ever brought stuff in just because I'm worried about having to throw it out or whatever, or have to eat it real quick. And that's not fun either. But I guess you don't really have to take anything out of your pockets anymore. So, like, you just walk right through. So I guess you can do it. I don't know. Maybe that's an experiment I'll do next week when it's not as busy.
I think it's the funniest thing when you see, like, especially like the women with like the purses or something, and like it's too big or something, and they're like, "Well, I don't want to go back to the car." And it's like they don't go back to the car, and they're like, "All right, we have to confiscate your purse." Like, no, I spent freaking $170 on this at Gucci, Maine, and whatever, or wherever, Gucci. So it's just like it's funny when you see that happen because I just see Dalton cracking up in the background about it. But like, I swear I see that all the time.
Number one, games. Gucci Mane's a rapper.
No, I know. I forgot.
No, Gucci's $170. It's probably like a kidney.
Well, no. You know what? I'm talking about the people that buy the fake ones.
I know what you're talking about now. The South Philly. No, this is my $170 Gucci Mane bag.
Yes. I said Gucci Mane on purpose. That's what I was doing. That was on purpose. I know that there's a rap.
Good. I'm cracking up at it.
That was on purpose. So, but yeah, it's just funny when you see the people try and sneak in certain things. I've seen people sneak in beer before. I definitely have. Not this year, but I've seen them sneak in like at Eagles games. I've seen it happen many times. Because I'll be like,
where'd you... Eagles games that people sneak in alcohol? Like I said, I mean, that was the first time I ever saw. I think it was a Tito's handle, actually. That was the first time I ever saw somebody with a handle in there. I have
seen somebody who was like a couple seats in front of me. He was able to actually put like one of those little mini Tito's like in his sweatshirt where he had like in his elbow, and he's like, "Oh, it's just like a little like skin tag I have," and then he just pulls out, and he's like, "No, it's not. It's a Tito's." So, yeah, people are sneaking in things.
Yeah, people in my comments were on that one video where I was complaining about the prices, said they bring in nips all the time. So,
I mean, like I guess those little shooters, I guess.
Yeah, I guess they don't show up on stuff, but I don't know. I feel like that's risky to do.
It is risky.
Like a Gatorade or something that's different. To bring in alcohol, it's like that's a whole nother level of alcoholism I'm not for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if I need one,
Yeah.
I'll buy one, and it's like I shouldn't need it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I said, we're all at the point. It's like if I want to drink in there, but really, I'm saying like a lot of people like us, I could see people just resisting. It's like, cool, I'll have 3 surf sides at the tailgate. It's a hot day. I really don't want to get that dehydrated, and I'll spend $16 instead of going in there and buying 3, and that would be $48 for 3 regular size surf sides. And I don't think that buzz in the sun, dehydrated. When you get to a certain age, it's not worth it anymore, and it's just going to hurt business.
One thing to caveat to that, though, is I don't think they're really trying to cater towards us. It's more like people like your sister who want to go in there and go. They're not going to a Phillies game. They're going to go to Citizens Bank Park.
Drink. Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of people like that where like they know the regulars are coming in there and they're getting one thing or 2 things. They're selling to the people that, go to 2 games a year and they're there for the experience, not just the baseball game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a good season. I got to go get my one. I already been to one, so my second game this year, Chris. No, I'm kidding. But I do want to go get a Casty jersey. It's the thing I want to spend money on. I don't think we bought any food or any drink in the stadium. I did. My dad got us one. I had one tall boy surf side, which I don't know how much that was. I got to ask, but it was a bigger one, which was cool. And I had that the whole time that I was in there, and I was fine. And we went to Chickie and Pete's. I think I had like 1 or 2. I think I had 1 surf side at Chickie's and Pete's before. So, I mean, I was fine. And the drinks were good, but it's like more just the food. I don't think I bought a single thing of food when I was in there, which is wild to me because normally I do. And it wasn't like I was in the same spot in the Hall of Fame Club. We actually walked around because shout out to TJ. TJ, if you're watching, I wish I got to see you longer, man. Mac, I got to go say hi to our guy TJ and then my old other fraternity brother, Bill. And I only got a second to say hi to them because where the seats were, sometimes it's clustered and it was opening day, so it was packed too. But I got a second to go say hi to them. So me and my uncle walked around. And I did think about stopping to get food at certain places, Dippin' Dots, those ice cream cones with the helmets. I've wanted one of them for a little bit. But I told myself, I was just like, all right, like, hold off. It really isn't worth it that much. And, just see how it goes. Because with the Phillies ballpark and everything, it's just, I can't spend that money anymore. It's not. But I will say, Chris, I have brought in a sandwich from Experience Speaking. It might have been the game actually we went to last year with Broad, or it might have been later. I think it was in tinfoil or it was in like a Wawa wrapping or Primo Hoagie wrapping, like paper. I brought it in, and I'll tell you what, it really hit. Like, you're right. Like, just sitting there, and it almost hit even harder because I was like, okay, cool. I just finessed the ballpark. I just showed them who's boss. Like, this is made by Dalton Holland right here. This hoagie. This is Holland Hoagie Company right here. Like, I'm gonna get my own wrapper and start selling hoagies outside the state. No, I'm kidding. But in all seriousness, it's a good feeling knowing that, hey, even though I just dropped a good amount of money on this ticket because the team's good, it's a great product, I can bring in my own food and save money. So more power to that. But moving on now, Phillies and Dodgers series has been an interesting one. Previewing today, do you guys think, we'll start with Chris and then take it to KJ, do you guys think that the Phillies will come out and win the series today against LA?
I don't think they win it today. I think they got very lucky last night with the bullpen. I think the bullpen has been a massive, I don't want to say disappointment yet because they really haven't given up a ton of runs, but just you don't have any like faith in them right now. Like even Strom last night, like, yeah, he wound up getting out of it, but he still gave up 2 hits. Ruiz had to save him there. Romano was terrible again. Like I really worry about that bullpen more than anything. I think Nola's going to have 6 or 7 strong, 3-4 runs. I just can't rely on the rest of that bullpen right now to get it done. And maybe it's just some seasoning with this team. Maybe they just need to get another bullpen piece. I don't know. But, I mean, they are going against the best team in baseball. So if they lose this series or win 2 out of 3, I'm more than happy. Like the fact they beat them last night was a big win.
I mean, we were able to beat them last season, pretty much in the season series when we play them, especially when we played them in LA. So that was good. So I think for this season, if we can as well, that would be awesome. But I mean, when it comes down to the playoffs and the postseason, the Dodgers know how to win. They definitely do. I mean, they proved it for sure. So I mean, yeah, if you get this win, that'd be great. I mean, I know it's tough with Nola. I mean, his out of all the pitchers, I mean, I saw a meme. I think I saw our buddy Philly Luchador made a video, and it was funny. They were showing all these pictures, and it was like, I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. And it was like, and then he showed Taijuan Walker, and he said, I'm doing my part. And I was like, wow, I would have never thought I would see that. And then it said, I'm not doing shit at the end. And that was Aaron Nola. So I was like, wow, like how the tables have flipped. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, I know it's just one game. I mean, a couple of games or whatever, but yeah, I think it's crazy though. I mean, with how like the confidence. I mean, we had a great game from Taijuan Walker for sure a couple of games ago, so that was good. But I mean, like to see that. I mean, yeah, you got Nola on the mound. Like, hopefully, he doesn't give up much runs today. I mean, I hope not, but. I mean, you got a great team in the Dodgers coming out, so I mean, like they're gonna want some revenge. I mean, especially after last night.
Phils are playing great ball. I mean, if they can keep it up and take it game by game. If they can come out there today and just play sharp baseball, play smart, control the game with the Dodgers. Dodgers, like I think it was Shardy said last night on the Phils post game. A lot of respect to them. I mean, they're a legit team. It's a good test. So if the Phillies can come out and do it again and show the Dodgers, hey, like we can compete with you, it's going to be a really good sign for Phillies fans heading into the postseason because we want to know that this team is different. We want to know that this team can compete when it matters the most. We're not wowed anymore by regular season wins. We're going to be wowed by postseason experiences like those that bat throw that Reese had a couple years ago. Or that walk-off that Bryce had. Like, those moments as a Philly fan are what matter to us or what ingrain the most. And I don't know. It's just like it feels like the past 2 years, there have been a lot less of them. I know Casty had the one walk-off last year, I think it was, against the Mets. That was a fun moment. That was really cool. Schwarber had the leadoff home run in the playoffs last year. But besides that, it just feels like this team is capable of more. And I don't mean it as a slight. I just mean it as like you ever see someone or something and you know what they're capable of. You know how smart and sharp they are or how strong they are and how disciplined they are. And this Phillies team, they're better than what their record and the way that their seasons have crumbled out have went. And I think the only person that kind of knew that was Dombrowski. He got a lot of shit this offseason for the way that this team was built. He really did. From myself, from a lot of fans, and people basically were like, dude, you didn't really do anything to improve this team. And he said, hold on. This team is better than the record shows. Be patient. It's going to be different. They just need to play good ball. And right now they're playing good ball and it shows. Let's just hope as fans that they can play good ball when it matters the most. Because I'll tell you what, if they don't, Dombrowski's ass is probably the one that people are going to come for. Because he had the chance to improve this team this year. And what he's doing is he's kind of just doing the Sixers 2.0, which he's wasting Bryce Harper's time. Don't waste your franchise players' time. That's wasting your city's time. Like, go for a championship when you can. Spend the money. It's worth it. Look at the Dodgers. They're spending as much money as they can right now, setting it off until like 20-50 so that they can win as many championships as they can. Will they go for poverty after that? Yes, it will probably be not good. But they know that that's how the game is played. Get the championships when you can. And I really hope that the Phillies get at least one.
Yep.
So That's my rant for today for being an amateur Phillies fan. But this is actually a new segment we're bringing on the show, which is going to be fun to talk about and debate. So I'll let Chris take it after we show this video because this is something that Chris experienced this week, which gave us a new idea for a new show.
On this week of stuff that dads do that I now do, we got ourselves a 38-inch Blackstone with the hood. We're seasoning it up right now. Come on. Look, 4 burners, and the can opener. Love to see it.
I can smell that from here. It smells good.
Yeah, it
Some
does.
premium shit right there. I'll tell you that. That was the one thing I asked for Christmas and my birthday. I got it. Shout out to my dad. And man, I got all the accessories for it too. Dude, they got a Bluetooth speaker for this John now. Like, I got so much stuff for this Blackstone, and I finally got to use it yesterday. That was just seasoning it. And I made myself the little sausage links on there. It was really good. Then I burnt myself. So another dad thing there, burning yourself using the grill. But I'm just like, yeah, this is something that dad would do. So that's week 1. Well, we'll see where we go next week. But I think you guys have a couple things too.
Yeah, I actually just realized, I mean, can we do an episode where I'd like pay my credit card? I started paying in my credit card now. So, I mean, we could do that. That's stuff that dads do, I guess. So,
Stuff we're
I guess I'm getting
responsible
older.
for.
So,
Managing your finances. Dave Ramsey would be proud, Mac.
Yeah, Dave Ramsey would be very proud. Tom Salucci would be proud too, Dutch. He'd be very proud. I'm proud of you, KJ. Never thought I would ever say that in the same sentence, KJ, but I'm proud of you, buddy. Never thought. So, but yeah, the funny thing, yeah. So like, yeah, it's cool to see Chris be doing this thing with the Blackstone. I know that our buddy, I think Matt Bear actually has a Blackstone or like
His father does, yeah.
Yeah, he does, and he was cooking stuff on it. But I kind of enjoyed Chris's video with it a little bit more now because it kind of seems more entertaining. So sorry, Matt, but yeah, I mean he's actually like, yeah, like he actually has the stone, like the actual
You
black.
got to go to Chris's house to get some food, maybe now. Get some hot
Come
dogs.
on, I'll burn some burgers and dogs for you. I still got to work that cook.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time he's ever cooked for me because the one time we were at the Eagles game this year.
Yeah, because I had the little Blackstone there.
Yeah, the little Blackstone. So he cooked some hot dogs and they were pretty good. They were good hot dogs. Like they were refreshing because at the time it was funny because it was snowing a little bit. It was that time where like that game was supposed to be like a huge snowstorm, but it actually was a dud. So it actually really wasn't like a big snowstorm at all.
No,
so
it wound up snowing at like halfway through.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then it
started. Yeah, you're right. So I just realized too, you're right. It's the Rams game. You were right. God dang. Yeah, so eventually it did start snowing more, and then obviously it was a snow bowl. So I know Dalt was like, "Damn it!"
That is the most legendary game you guys could have seen in
I
Eagles.
forgot that was the same game. I totally forgot this.
Holy
Like,
crap.
Chris reminded me that's the same game.
We were all hammered in the parking lot. I think we got there at like 9:30. Because I was cooking breakfast.
I came later.
Seeing the snow at halftime had to be like angelic. Seeing Saquon run through it, man,
That was awesome.
That's amazing. And then the fact that the Birds got it done that season too makes it that much sweeter for Eagles fans. So you guys always remember that one. I'm telling you.
Oh, I'll never forget it.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
But stuff dads do. I'm really enjoying this segment. So stay tuned. If you guys have anything that you do or your dads do, or you think we should attempt to do, let us know in the comments and we will hear it out. I know today my thing that dads do is I'm going to go cut my grass for the first time this season. If the rain holds, I got to wait for it to dry a little bit because I don't want to overwork my lawnmower. But if it dries, when it gets dry, I will be cutting the lawn because it is like a jungle back there. God bless both of the French bulldogs. They're like walking through huge weeds like back there. It's super long grass. And it just needs to be cut. So stuff dads do for me, I will be breaking out the lawnmower. But if you guys like this segment,
make sure you pick up that dog poop because that
goes in the lawnmower. It gets all blended when it gets all dried up. It all just roll. It's fertilizer, right?
Yeah, fertilizer. Yeah. Holy crap! I mean, Moose. I'll tell you one thing. Moose says like, if you ever need fertilizer, I mean, like, hey, I can send some fertilizer to you. I mean. It's like having an elephant as like your own elephant. That's what it's like.
Need fertilizer.
I'm the one who's got to deal with it, so it's insane.
One more announcement before we wrap up. If you guys like this trio, make sure you guys come out to meet this trio at Klondike Kate's on April 16th from 6 to 10 p.m. All three of us will be there. More of us will be there. Bird Gang vodka will be there, hopefully. Some kind of alcohol will be there if not. But we're going to have drinks on tap. We're going to be serving drinks. Philly Sports Guy will be there. Club 215 will be there. There's a lot more people on the list.
Rare Vintage. Rare Vintage. We got Wheelhouse.
And we have pop-up tables too for the first time this year. So a lot of our bartenders are helping us out for the second or third year. So if you've been to the event, please come back, and thank you to all the bartenders who are contributing and help us. We got 4th and John in the house this year. We got Club 215, as I mentioned, Nady, Birdman, Eagle Demon. We got us with Sippin' Sports. And then there's a couple others that are also going to be there. But
we got donations too.
And look at this. I mean, we have a ton of donations that we want to thank people for. So we're going to have a ton of baskets that you guys can raffle on. Just stuff that it's really going to be a fun night. My sister's going to be DJing Maddie, so stay tuned for that. That's either going to go really good or really bad. No, I'm just kidding. She DJ'd last year and did a great job. The music was great. The vibes are great. Just make sure you come out and please, please, please help us raise money for the Philadelphia Eagles Autism Challenge. I'm looking at the check right here. I have it on the ground. It's getting all flattened out so that we can write that amount with the expo marker. Bought a reusable check. So please let us reuse it and write an amount more than $2,240, I think was the most we ever raised. That was our first year. This is our third year. We're looking to just raise more than $2,200 essentially. And if you want to buy a basket, we'll probably do something or a raffle ticket. Like you can just Venmo me. You don't have to be at the event. As long as you Venmo me, you'll be on the list. And then we'll do the raffle ticket. But like I said, I'm ranting. Come out, Klondike Kate's, get a drink. Come get bartended by these guys and a bunch of other lovely people. But that's all we got for you guys, unless either you guys got anything else.
I will say this: I'm working on my bartending. I'm trying to. I know last year I got some grief for it. I'm Nady.
Garbage.
I need to figure it out. So I'm practicing. I'm trying to fill a beer can and beer cup, and I'm working on it. So don't worry, Chris Nady. I'm gonna have a better cup for you this year. Don't worry. It'll be better.
And he knows he's experienced.
Yeah, he's experienced. So that's why he was giving me some grief. He was giving me a lot of crap for it. So I mean, like he was like, "Yeah, this kid sucks at it," and I was just like, "Well, yeah, I've never done it before."
Well, get ready because you're going to make Nady proud this year. We're going to have to do like a web redemption on TikTok, like that segment that we did one time with Decker when he couldn't break the table. We'll do web redemption, but you pour a beer for Nady, and we'll see what Nady says the second time around. And keep watching your Guinness pours. Stay tuned. And we have to teach you how to pour a Rumpelmint shot because that's Nady's stuff right there.
Is that like Rumpelstiltskin stuff, or what is that like?
It's kind of like a minty. I've actually only ever smelled it. I've never tasted it. And it just smells like minty alcohol. Huh?
Is it a gin? Is that what it is? I forget what Rumpelmint is.
I don't even know. It's some German shit. And
Rumpelstiltskin stuff. Yeah. Rumpelstiltskin from Shrek or whatever.
Get ready. But yeah, guys, come out April 16th. If you aren't doing anything, come hang out with all three of us. It's going to be a great night. Other than that, let's go Phillies. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And please, please, please make sure to tune in to the Jackson Hour tonight. Jack is going live around 9:05. It's, actually a pre-recorded video, but he's got a great guest this week with an episode you guys are going to want to see. Ooh. And tomorrow, I will be going live for Appreciate Your Input. I don't even know who I'm going to bring on yet, but I promise you I'll bring on somebody that'll be funny. We'll have a good time. But have a great weekend, guys. Go Phils.